What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe, and it is no secret that my favorite Trader Legion is the World Eaters. But me and my friend were having a discussion, and he wanted to know who my favorite World Eater was. And ironically, my favorite World Eater is actually not a traitor, but actually a loyalist. The individual I am talking about is actually Macer Varren. Macer Varren was a loyalist 12th Company captain of the World Eaters, and while most of his fellow kin spat on their fealty to the Emperor, Macer Varren upheld his fealty and actually doubled down. You see, Macer Varren actually held high ethical honor very closely to him. And at this time, it was very uncommon for even any World Eater, save for a handful of them, to hold the type of honor that he did. Once the World Eaters declared their traitorous intent to rebel against the Emperor, Macer Varren, along with many members of his company, would remain loyal. This would warrant the attention of his Primarch Angron, who has sent assassins to take care of Varren. He would escape along with a handful of his loyalists and flee to the Ishtvan sector before the Ishtvan III atrocity. Eventually, multiple events would transpire that would end up having Macer Varren being recruited to the Knights Errant. Although he wasn't a psyker, he stood out amongst the rest, dedicating his loyalty, honor, and fealty to the Emperor that made him become one of the chosen few. During his service as a Knight Errant, he was tasked alongside many of his other newfound brothers to dispatch and dispose of any Chaos cultists that were uprising. These were in the final days of the Horus Heresy, and they were occurring in preparation of the invasion of the War Master. Eventually, though, Macer Varren would meet a cruel but honorable end. Macer, Loken, and the rest of the retinue of Grey Knights would go on to attack these Chaos cultists that they were tasked with subduing. Unfortunately for them, though, a daemon of Nurgle that we previously have known as the Lord of the Flies would go on to attack the retinue. Macer would find himself mortally wounded by the Lord of the Flies, and then, not long after, possessed. And yet, despite being possessed, in a final act of defiance, Macer Varren would rip a bandolier of grenades off of his friend, Loken, believing that in his last moments it'd be better that his body be obliterated than to harm his fellow kin. To the very end, Macer Varren held up exactly what it meant to be honorable and loyal. He, in my opinion, is a prime example of what the World Eaters were supposed to be before they were driven mad by the Butcher's nails. But let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment if there's anything you want to hear about next. Remember to join the Discord, and as always, to follow for more.